tonight, the Minnesota Twins are for sale. The Pohlad family announced they intend to sell the franchise.
It comes after a bad collapse at the end of this season. Tonight, Ben Henry looks into what a sale would mean for baseball fans.
Into deep left center from Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
In the first years of owning the Minnesota Twins, the Pohlad family brought home 2 World Series championships.
Developing news right now, the Pohlad family is publicly announcing that they're trying to sell the Minnesota Twins.
4 decades later, the family says they're planning to move on.
It's been probably a long time coming.
Honestly, I was thrilled. It was some of the best news I heard all day.
They put the team up for sale, then sold off the biggest names.
Now, a change of heart for the owners of the Minnesota Twins. The Pohlad family says it is keeping the team despite exploring a wide range of potential investment and ownership opportunities. It has been a rocky season for the club, with fewer fans showing up.
Oh, hell no.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to what is going to be a momentous occasion in Minnesota sports history. My name is Eric Martin, and I am the new owner of the Minnesota Twins. I want to thank the Pohlad family for the clean and smooth transition that we have undertaken. I want to thank them for their over 40 years of ownership of the Minnesota Twins. But it's time for new things and new goals. So a little bit about me before we get into the nitty-gritty. I've been born and raised a Twins fan all my life. I was born in Michigan, moved to Minnesota in the late 80s, 1989 to be exact. I've always been a Twins fan. I saw them win 2 championships in 87-91. I've always been a huge fan, even during the darkest days of this franchise. Always wanted to be a Twins player, and then in my more midlife years, I've always wanted to do some way, somehow, to be the owner of this franchise and bring them to glory once again. And by the stroke of luck, that is possible. With my investor group alongside with me, we managed to give the Pohlads an offer they couldn't refuse. But times are changing. The status of the Twins is the fact that they're going to stay in Minnesota. We have a beautiful ballpark and Target Field that opened in 2010. We're not moving the team. We're not going to gut the team. We're not going to sell it and move it out of town. My intentions is to build this into a championship team. It's been 34 years since this team has won a championship, and that, in my opinion, is unacceptable. We're not going to be cheap. We're not going to pinch pennies. We're going to build a championship caliber team. I'm going to do a complete audit from the Major League squad all the way down to single A. From the top of the food chain all the way down to ball boys, to janitors, to office personnel, players. Everybody's going to be audited, and we're going to decide who's going to be a part of this team and who we need to clean house. We're going to bring in free agents. We're going to make trades. We're going to build a franchise that's fans are going to be happy and proud of. The 34-year drought is going to end. Maybe not this year because it's lean already, but it will eventually end. I give this team within 5 years that we will have at least one championship, if not more. That is my goal. And I'm not here to bullshit anybody. Excuse my French, but I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. There's going to be some moves I'm going to make that aren't going to make people happy, and there's going to be some moves that people are going to be like, wow, that was a great move. The buck stops here, and I'm going to make the Minnesota Twins a winning franchise once again.
Hello and welcome to the debut episode of MLB The Show 26 for your
Minnesota Twins franchise. How you doing, everybody? Eric MN Twins 28 here. Season 1, Episode 1. We're going to get into things. As you just saw, the Pohlad family finally sold the team. New owner Eric Martin taking over and promising a championship within 5 years. We'll see how that goes. We got a lot of work to do with this team. This team is a dumpster fire, especially after last trade deadline when the previous regime traded everybody away that was good, minus Byron Buxton, Royce Lewis, Pablo Lopez, and Joe Ryan. We are going to make some moves ourselves. We're going to make this team better, though. We are not going to be penny pitching. We're not going to do all that bullshit. We're going for the title. Maybe not this season, but definitely in the next 4 after that. The game started me in regular season for some stupid reason, not in spring training, which is fine. We'll make our moves now. I made a couple of changes to the game. I moved the athletics to. That's not right. I moved the athletics to Las Vegas, and in the National League East, I moved the Marlins to Montreal. Well, there's a glitch they need to fix, because that's not a Twins logo. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be an Expos logo. So that's a difference. I also changed the White Sox stadium to a new one, because they're going to be hopefully getting a new one, unless they're going to move out of town, which I'm not going to let them. They're part of history there, so they got their new stadium. And that's it for changes. Let's take a look at the team. So we have the game has been updated. It's a lot different, streamlined. So we do have an injured player. Pablo Lopez underwent Tommy John in real life, so we did the same here. I edited it. He's out for 6+ months. So he is not going to be available season 1. And then let's take a look at the pitching rotation. Yeah. So here's our starting 5. We have Joe Ryan as the ace, Bailey Ober, Taj Bradley, Simeon Woods Richardson, and Zebby Matthews. This will not be the starting 9. I am actually going to put Mick Abel here. Festa we need to keep our eyes on because he was struggling in spring training with his arm, as was Bailey Ober. So these 2 guys we'll have to keep an eye on. I might get somebody else for Zebby Matthews and start him in St. Paul across the river. Same with Simeon Woods Richardson. I don't trust him. Festa, we'll keep him in a long reliever role, but I got to keep my eye on him. Anthony Banda, who we acquired from the Dodgers. Topa, who I do not like. Even though he's B potential, I just don't like him. We got him in the Jorge Polanco trade. Nothing special there. Cody Funderburk, homegrown guy, C potential, lefty. Taylor Rogers has come back to Minnesota. He is the setup man and the only setup man. And Cole Sands is penciled in as the closer. We definitely will be making some changes. I just don't know what we're going to do right now. This bullpen is very shaky. We will be making some changes with the team here. Hang on. I want to go. There we go. So here's the St. Paul Saints rotation, which I'm going to do off camera. I'm not going to bore you guys with this. So I'll be making those changes later, and then we'll show you what we're going to do there. Here is the starting lineup, and this is going to change as well. We have Luke Keyshaw leading off and playing at second base. He's got decent speed, 77 to Buxton's 99. Trevor Larnach's the DH, batting third. Matt Wallner and right. Josh Bell, a free agent signing at first. Ryan Jeffers, the catcher. Cody Clemens, who is noodle arm. He will not be my starting left fielder. I will be changing that. I'm actually going to go with Emmanuel Rodriguez, the rookie. Royce Lewis, who is not going to be batting that low, and Brooks Lee, who we need to keep an eye on at short. He had a good rookie year, but his defense is suspect. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with him. I'm actually thinking of putting Lewis second, Buxton third with his power. Wallner can hit there. I want to put, yeah, that's fine. So that's what we're going to do there. Austin Martin off the bench. Victor Caratini, he's the extra catcher. Cody Clemens, who will not be on this team. We are going to get rid of him. Ryan Creedler, utility player, and catcher Alex Jackson. I have no clue why we're carrying 3 catchers. That will be changing. Well, we got a lot of work we got to do to this team. Some of the key prospects we want to keep an eye on. Deshaun Hill, even though he's a deep potential, he's got some good stuff. We're going to take a look at him, keep an eye on him. He's got a 4. Seam fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. We'll keep an eye on him. Of course, Debbie Matthews, who probably gets sent down. Andrew Morris, probably not. Marco Rea, we'll keep an eye on him. Kendrys Rojas, we'll keep an eye on him. CJ Culpepper, AA starting pitcher. And I believe that might be it. Matt Cantanero, he had so much potential, but he just can't stay healthy. So he might be a lost cause. Dan Altavilla, he's 33, see potential. We might call him up. I believe he's a right-hander. Yes, he is. We'll see. I might be calling him up. Andrew Chafin, no. Justin Topa, no. Even though he's B potential, I don't think he's that good, to be honest. Matt Bowman, who got cut in real life, we're going to actually release him. I don't think there's anybody else down here right now. Connor Prelip, he's a 55 C potential. He actually should be better than that. I think I heard if you move him to starter, he gets better. So he was what, 55? Let's check. Yeah, 63. So good. So he'll be down there. Closers, Taylor Rogers, of course, Liam Hendricks, who we picked up, and we actually we let him go. He opted out, so he's gone. And then we have this Mike Paradas. Oops, not sure how we're going to do with him. Catchers, our top prospect is Eduardo Tait, who's actually going to start in AA. We'll send him to Wichita. And then first base, it's pretty thin. I have Aaron Sabato still here, but after that, it's pretty bad. Second base, Tristan Gray, excuse me. It's pretty thin at second after Keyshaw. At third, Royce Lewis, Gio Urshela, another one that we actually just released, so we'll let him go. Scooble, Schobel, nothing else there. Wagaman, we'll leave him there for now. Orlando Arcia, he's in AAA. We picked him up free agent list. This is the big one. Kalen Culpepper, he's surged through the minor leagues last year. He's going to start in St. Paul, and we're going to keep a close eye on him. He might be taking over for Brooks Lee if Lee's defense doesn't get any better. I'm going to keep a close eye on him. He might be a call-up this year. So we're going to keep a close eye on him and see how he does. Our number 1 draft pick last season, Merrick Houston, he's going to start in Double-A in Wichita. And then Brian Acuna, 57, C potential, 20 years of age. Left field, we have Larnick, Martin, Rodon. And then after that, it's a pretty big gap. We do have Gabriel Gonzalez, who's a B potential. He's only 22. He's 60 overall. We'll keep an eye on him. Center field, we have Buxton. We have Walker Jenkins, our top-rated prospect. He's 21. He's a 70 already. He probably will be called up sometime this year. Not sure when. Emmanuel Rodriguez, who we just put in left field as a starter. We're actually going to move him to left to make it official. Oop. There we go. We got James Outman, who I believe is out of options, and he's on the 40, or he's on the, oh, he's not on the 40-man. How did they pull that off? Interesting. Right field, Matt Wallner, Kalaya, Rosario, Garrett Span, and then it's an absolute mess. So this team has got lots of problems. We need to do some work before we start the first game of the season. So I think for this episode, we're going to make some roster moves. And then in episode 2, we'll do the opening day at Camden Yards and see how we do. So let's go look at free agents first, because we're not gonna scrimp and save. We're gonna go after some guys. So Zach Little, who I think is with somebody in real life, and he's a former Twin. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 pitches. He's a 77, 30 years old. We got Gio Urshela. We have Bucky Telshaw. Boy, that break on his fastball is a 62. He's got 4 pitches. He's a lefty, though. We don't need lefties. I want to get another starter because I don't trust Zebby. So I think we're gonna go with Little on a 1. Like a longer contract? How about a 2-year deal? Okay, so Zach Little is back. So we have Joe Ryan, Taj Bradley, Bailey Olber, Simeon Woods, Zebby, and McAble. These 2 will probably go to minor leagues. Urshela's a 75. Or excuse me, Giolito is a 75. What is he, a lefty? No, he's a right-hander. Spencer Turnbull? No way. The old Tigers starter? Ooh. One team's trash is another team's treasure. Oh, he doesn't want that. He wants... Okay. Well, he's with the Twins now. Relievers, Danny Coulomb. We had him last year and traded him away. 36. He's a lefty. Yeah, he's probably better than some of the lefties we have. Banda, he's a lefty, 71. Oh, God, yeah. He's better than Topa. I can cut Topa. I can probably trade him, actually. All right, let's get Coulomb back. So Coulomb's back. Michael Kopech. He's a right-hander. Twins have been interested in him for a long time, but he's, for some reason, still a free agent. We're going to sign him. I'm going to bump it to 3. Oh, my roster's full. Of course it is. Travis Adams. There you go. Cut him. Now we'll get Now we get Kopech. Okay. Closers. 27. He's a 75. Hang on. We don't have anybody in AAA. He's 27, though. Ryan Amasa. Damn it. Man, we'll figure it out. Vasquez is still available. We're not going to go get him. Donovan Solano, nope. Justin Turner, nope. Jose Iglesias, nope. Luis Arias. So what I'm thinking of doing here is offer trades, inform teams of your positional and team needs, target or shot players. They changed this, so now everything's pending. Which, to receive trade offers, fill out your minimum trade block, set your trade targets and positions. So there's rumors, there's trade block, there's untouchables. So I'm going to put untouchables. Keelan Culpepper is an untouchable. Rodriguez is an untouchable. Walker Jenkins is an untouchable. And I think everybody else is fair game. I might put Brian and Buxton on the trade block, even though Buxton in real life has a no trade clause. Just to see what offers I would get. Oh, I know. Catchers, I want Tait. He's untouchable. Luke Keeschall. Okay. All right, so Minnesota minimum trade block. Okay, so Buxton, Ryan, Pablo, even though he's hurt. Okay, can't do that. Okay, Jeffers, yes. Bailey Ober. Maybe Bryce Lewis. Larnick. Roden. Yeah, I'll do Walner as well. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. Trade overview. So let's see what we can do to make a trade here. See what we can find here. I got Dodgers. They always looking for help. Tyler Glasnow looks like he's untouchable. Kendall George is untouchable. Edward. Okay. Yeah, they got some guys, but they're... Yeah, Mookie Betts, I don't want him. Muncy, no. First base. I would love a first baseman, but... $29.71 overall. Gavin Sheets. Oh, yeah, thanks. Rafael Devers. Alonso. Nope. Vladdy. I'd love Vladdy, but he's not going to be. Not for that price. Lamont Wade. Nope. And that's a division rival. I'm not trading with them. Christian Walker. Nick Kurtz is not available. Naylor. See, they got two. Got one here and they got one here. He's making $18 million. Luke Bailey's making $2 million. Bats left. Yeah, see, I got tons of lefties. I don't need a lefty. I think we're just gonna stand pat. I mean, unless I go look for pitching, but I think we're okay. I mean, we might look for a closer, a reliever. Gabe Spear, 30. Yeah, I don't want that. Matt Braish. Okay. Interesting. Oh, here we go. So he's 14 and 11 with 8 saves. Okay. It's on the 40 man. He's got arbitration for a couple of years. Okay. 27 B potential. Okay. Who do they need? Do they need catcher? Because I got... Oh, yeah, they got Cal Raleigh. Well, their catchers are old, so I do have some catching prospects. Well, my catchers are kind of up there, too. Give him that. Let's see, I want a pitcher here. Topa. They can have Topa. And let's see, what else do they want? How about a pitcher? Prelip. I'm not going to give them him. Oh, you can give them 4 players. Oh, interesting. Do they need kind of a... Do they need an outfielder? Left fielder. Oh, God, yes, they do. Okay, that makes a difference. So let's go back. Get rid of him. Trade proposed. The Mariners are considering your trade offer. They will get back to you in a few days. See, I want it instantaneous. I don't want this crap, but whatever. So let's... I'm giving a 3 for 1. I'm getting a decent reliever, a couple garbage players, and Trevor Larnach. So we'll see. So I don't like that you have to wait. So accessibility. We're gonna take a look. That's music. In-game notifications. Live updates. Yeah, we're going to do that. Scoreboard displayed. Yep. General. Ejections. Yep. Pitch clock. Pitch clock. Yeah, no, I want the pitch clock off. Pitch clock. Why do I say pitch clock? Tips, don't want them because I know how to play. Vibration, I turned it off. Pitch, delivery, pitching, base running. I don't see the where to turn off that stupid base running, added base runners at the end of the game. I hate that. I want to turn that off. That doesn't look like they have it in this one. Looks like it's just whatever. All right, I guess we're gonna leave it like that. So I think that's the end of this episode. It's getting long enough. Next episode, we will take on the Baltimore Orioles. Trevor Rogers, their ace, against Joe Ryan. I'm going to look at our 26-man roster, make final changes, and decide who I want. And then we will go from there. If you like this episode, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to help out future projects or upgrade the channel. Please visit my Patreon, or you can drop something in the old Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help is greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out, and go Twins.